Let us start chapter 3, metals and non-metals. Am I audible to all of you?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So first of all, physical properties of metals. This physical property.
Your voice is cracking.
Voice. Okay. Is everybody not able to hear me properly?
No, ma'am, your voice is clear.
It's clear. So only Yug is not able to hear me properly. Is there anybody else who is having this problem? Other than Yug, is there anybody? Okay, so I guess there could be some network issue from your other side also. That could also be the reason. So let us start, and in case you are having any difficulty, you can inform me. So first of all, we are going to see the physical properties of metals. Physical properties of metals are not new to us. We have already seen this in previous classes. Physical properties means their appearance and how do they conduct heat and electricity, how do they they can be drawn into wires, malleable, ductile, hardness. This all comes in physical properties. Opposite to this is our chemical properties. Chemical properties means how do they react with water, how do they react with oxygen, how do they react with acid. So whenever physical properties are asked, we are supposed to write physical properties only. This is one of the common mistake which students do. Okay, so we'll be seeing all the activities also. And okay, still somebody is typing that my voice is cracking, and this is Yug only. Okay. Actually, from my side, actually it's showing good strength of signal also. I have muted all of you also.
Yes, ma'am, you are audible.
I'm audible. Okay. So you go, okay, you can just wait. Maybe with time you will be able to hear me properly. जैसे network अगर ठीक आएगा तो हो सकता है कि मेरी voice clear आए. Okay. So some activities are given and after that conclusion is drawn basically. तो first activity ये है take samples of iron, copper, aluminum and magnesium. Note the appearance of each sample. Yes, note the appearance of each sample. Yes, right. And clean the surface of each sample by rubbing them with sandpaper and note their appearance again. Okay. So actually, what happens whenever we will take any metal, iron, copper, aluminum, and magnesium, their surface will be dull. Okay. Surface of metal will be dull because they are covered with a layer of layer of oxide, hydroxide or carbonate or something like that because of the exposure to air. When we rub the surface with sandpaper, the layer will be removed and it will have shiny appearance. Okay. So note their appearance again. So it will be shiny appearance after rubbing it with paper. So first property is metals have shiny appearance, or that is called metallic luster. So first properties, metals have shiny appearance, or that is metallic luster. Then, okay, it is already written. Metals in their pure state have a shiny appearance. This property is called metallic luster. Okay. Then coming to next one, take small pieces of iron, copper, aluminum and magnesium. Try to cut these metals with sharp knife and note your observation. Hold a piece of sodium metal with a pair of tongs. Always handle sodium metal with care. Dry it by pressing between the folds of a filter paper. Put it on a watch glass and try to cut it with knife. What do you observe? Okay. So basically, they are trying to tell us about the hardness of metal. So metals are generally hard. Okay, this is a so second property is metals are hard and hardness varies from metal to metal. Okay. Now, when you will try to cut them with sharp knife, it will be, note your observation. So observation is that it can be cut but with difficulty. Can be cut but with difficulty. Okay. Okay. And sodium is the exception. Sodium can easily be cut with knife. So sodium is soft and can be cut with knife. So first property which we have seen was they have shiny appearance. Second, metals are hard and hardness varies from metal to metal. Okay. The second conclusion is here that metals are generally hard and the hardness varies from metal to metal. Okay. Then next is third is actually basically they want to show that metals are malleable. Malleable का मतलब है they can be drawn into sheets. Okay. So take pieces of activity 3.3. Take pieces of iron, zinc, lead and copper. Place any one metal on the block of iron and strike it with 4 or 5 times with a hammer. What do you observe? Repeat this with other metals. Record the change in the shape of these metals. Okay. So basically the conclusion is that metals can be drawn into sheets or metals can be beaten into thin sheets. Okay. This property is called, metals can be beaten into thin sheets. This property is called malleability. Malleability is property of metals that they can be beaten into sheets. Which metals are most malleable? Gold and silver are the most malleable metals. Is it clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Then activity 3.4, list the metals whose wires you have seen in daily life. Okay. So wires of iron, we can write wires of iron, copper and aluminium are easily available. And what is this property called? Ductility. The ability of, yes, the ability of metals to be drawn into thin wires is called ductility. Gold is the most ductile metal. Okay. अब एक interesting thing यहाँ पे लिखा है, you will be surprised to know that a wire of about 2 kilometer length can be drawn from 1 gram of gold. मतलब 1 gram of gold से वायर बना सकते हैं कितना लंबा? 2 किलोमीटर लेंथ का. तो you can imagine how ductile it is. Okay. So ductility is actually the property of metals to be drawn into thin wires. So iron, copper, aluminium, silver, this can all be drawn into wires. All electrical wires are made up of copper and aluminium. Okay. Now, so third property, physical property, is that metals can be drawn into sheets or malleability. So this, this is third physical property. This property is called malleability. And fourth property is metals can be drawn into wires. This is called ductility. This property is called ductility. The ability is called ductility. Okay. Now, 3.5. Next activity. This activity is to demonstrate that metals are good conductor of heat and they have high melting point. Okay. So, activity 3.5. everybody can see in your book or can see on the screen. Take a aluminum or copper wire, okay, and clamp this wire on a stand as shown in the figure. So this is the wire which they are talking about. एक वायर लिया है और उसको ऐसे स्टैंड पे लगा दिया है, ठीक है. फिक्स ए पिन टू द फ्री एंड, और यहाँ पे क्या किया है, अदर साइड में एक पिन लगाई है. इस पिन को कैसे अटैच किया है, वैक्स से अटैच किया है. वैक्स लगाया और फिर उससे इस पिन को, उसमें इस पिन को इंसर्ट करके यहाँ टिका दिया है. ओके, तो फिक्स ए पिन टू द फ्री एंड ऑफ द वायर यूजिंग वैक्स. हीट द वायर विथ स्प्रिट लैम्प, और अब इस वायर को हीट करेंगे यूजिंग अ बर्नर नियर द प्लेस वेयर इट इज क्लैम्प्ड. वायर को तो यहाँ से हीट कर रहे हैं, ठीक है. इट इज हीटेड फ्रॉम हियर एंड what do you observe after some time? Note your observation. Does the wire melt? So when you will heat after some time, can you guess anybody what will be the observation?
Ma'am, it will turn, it will be melting and it will turn into metal or thin wire.
Ma'am, it will start melting.
Metal will start melting. No. ये क्या होगा, मेटल विल नॉट मेल्ट बिकॉज दे हैव हाई मेल्टिंग पॉइंट. लेकिन जो हम हीट कर रहे हैं, ये वायर यहाँ से हीट हो रहा है और ये हीट यहाँ पे ट्रांसफर हो रही है. हीट यहाँ पे ट्रांसफर हो रही है तो जो पिन वैक्स है वो मेल्ट हो जाएगा, वैक्स मेल्ट हो जाएगा और ये पिन नीचे गिर जाएगी. ओके, सो व्हाट विल बी द ऑब्जर्वेशन? वायर विल नॉट मेल्ट इवन आफ्टर हीटिंग फॉर लॉन्ग टाइम, बट heat flows through the wire and melts the wax and the pin will fall down. Are you getting what I am saying?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Ma'am,
Yes.
ma'am, the wax melted because the metal became hot.
Right,
That's why-
right. तो ये metal is a good conductor of heat. मतलब metal को तुम heat यहाँ पे दे रहे थे, still वो conduct होके heat यहाँ पे चली गई. This is actually a very common observation if you are cooking something in kitchen. Okay, suppose milk is there and there is one spoon just to stir that. ठीक है, तो हमको कभी ध्यान नहीं रहे, और if you touch this spoon is sometimes so hot that your hands get burned.
Yes, ma'am.
Metallic. So how it happened? You were not heating the spoon, but it is a good conductor of heat. So what heat you were giving to vessel, it was conducted to the spoon also. Is it clear? Same is the here
Yes.
also. Okay, same case here also. So what conclusion we are doing from this activity? That metals are good conductor of heat and have high melting point. Metals will not melt. Okay. So this is the conclusion. Metals are good conductor of heat and have high melting point. So fifth property which we are going to write is metals are good conductor of heat and have high melting point. Okay, so they are good conductor of heat and electricity also. That's why all the electric wires are made up of metals. The best conductor of heat are silver and copper. Exceptions also you have to remember, that is lead and mercury are comparatively poor conductors of heat. Lead and mercury are poor conductors of heat and best conductors are silver and copper. And if we are asked only single best conductor, then silver is the best conductor of heat. Is it clear to everybody?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now, next is, do metals conduct electricity? For that, activity 3.6 is given. Set up an electric circuit as shown in the figure. Okay. Place metal to be tested in the circuit between terminals A, B. Does the bulb glow? So if we attach a battery, a bulb, switch and two clips are there, and whatever we want to test, उसको हम A और B के बीच में लगा देंगे. जैसे हमको गोल्ड को टेस्ट करना है, सिल्वर को टेस्ट करना है, आयरन को टेस्ट करना है, तो उनको सबको A, B के स्पेस पे लगा देंगे. So what we'll observe is कि this bulb will glow. Whenever the circuit will be complete, this switch is closed, this bulb will glow. Okay, that means metals are good conductor of electricity. So sixth property which we are going to write is metals are good conductor of electricity. It's not responding. So anyway, you can write it in your book that metals are good conductor of electricity. Okay. Then यहाँ तक clear है to everybody?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Okay. Now, next is this. All the electric wires are coated with polyvinyl chloride (PVC) और rubber-like material. जैसे कोई भी वायर देखोगे, any wire at your house, तो अंदर तो metallic wire होता है और उसके ऊपर rubber की कोई coating होगी. Okay? So it is coated with polyvinyl chloride or rubber-like material. इसको क्यों कोट करते हैं? Because that is not a good conductor. So whenever you will touch it, you will not get current. Okay. So electric wires are coated with this substance so that we do not get electric current. Okay. Now, when metals strike any hard surface, they produce sound. Okay. So that is what the property of metal is called. They are sonorous. They produce a sound on striking a hard surface and they are said to be sonorous. Sonorous means they produce sound. Okay. So seventh property is metals are sonorous. Okay. Next, non-metals. In previous class, you have learned that there are very few non-metals as compared to metals. Some of the metals are non-metals are carbon, sulfur, iodine, oxygen, hydrogen, etc. Okay. So non-metals are either solid or gases except bromine, which is liquid. Okay. In case of metals, all metals are solid except mercury is a liquid metal. Okay. All metals are solid except mercury is liquid metal. In case of non-metals, non-metals are all solids or gases except bromine. Bromine is a liquid non-metal. Non-metals are all solids or gases except bromine, which is liquid. Okay, non-metal. Okay. Now, collect samples of carbon. कार्बन एक्चुअली क्या है? कोल या ग्रेफाइट. जो पेंसिल के अंदर जो लेड होती है वो ग्रेफाइट की बनी होती है. कोल और दिस आर एक्चुअली नॉन मेटल्स. सल्फर एंड आयोडीन, दिस आर ऑल नॉन मेटल्स. So do this all activities 3.1 to 3.6 with all the non-metals they are asking. ठीक है. तो conclusion ये निकलेगा non-metals के केस में. Non-metals are not lustrous. Non-metals are not lustrous except iodine. Iodine has shiny luster. Okay. They are soft. All non-metals are soft. They are brittle, means they can easily break. They are not malleable. They are not ductile. They are not malleable nor ductile. Okay. And they are not good conductor of electricity also, except graphite. Not good conductor of electricity. Exception is except graphite. Is it clear to everybody?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now, on the so this on the basis of what we have studied in all these activities, some conclusion is given that all metals except mercury exist as solid at room temperature. This I have already told you just now. सारे metals solid है except mercury, which is liquid at room temperature. Okay. Second, metals have all metals have high melting point except gallium and cesium. Gallium and cesium दो ऐसे metals हैं which if you take in your palm they will melt. So gallium and cesium are exceptions. They have very low melting point and they melt if you keep in your palm. They are solid at room temperature, but when you will keep it on your palm, as our palm has some natural heat, so because of that it will melt. Then iodine is an exception. It is a non-metal which is lustrous. Now carbon, which is a non-metal, it has two forms. Carbon has two forms, graphite and diamond. Graphite is also there and diamond is also there. Both of them have entirely different properties. Graphite is good conductor of electricity, okay, and diamond is poor conductor of electricity. Okay. Poor conductor. Then graphite, diamond, okay, it's given. And the diamond has very high melting and boiling point, whereas graphite, okay, and diamond has very high melting. It is very hardest known substance actually. Diamond is the hardest known substance, okay, but graphite is not that hard, it is soft. So they have entirely different properties. Carbon, which is a non-metal, it has two forms. It is also present in pure form in graphite and in diamond, but the properties of graphite and diamond are entirely different. Carbon is a non-metal which exists in different forms. Each form is called allotrope of carbon. कार्बन एक ऐसा नॉन मेटल है जो यूनिवर्स में सबसे ज्यादा है. Okay, it has the maximum number of compounds. So we have one separate chapter for this carbon and its compounds. Okay, then diamond, an allotrope of carbon, is the hardest natural substance known and has very high melting and boiling point. And graphite is a good conductor of electricity. Okay, so even that experiment which you have seen here if you will attach graphite, then also this bulb will glow. Okay, because graphite is also good conductor of electricity. Then alkali metals में आते हैं lithium, sodium and potassium. Okay, these are lithium, sodium and potassium. Their name is alkali metals. This alkali metals and this all will come in periodic table, which is chapter 5 of 10th class. So it will come in detail there. They are so soft that they can be cut with knife. Okay, they have low densities and low melting points. Okay, so this is all about this. Now elements can more clearly classified as on the basis of their chemical properties. So chemical properties are coming later. Chemical properties are much difficult than physical properties also. Okay, so now let us come to this activity 3.8. okay, take a magnesium ribbon and sulfur powder. Magnesium is a metal and sulfur is non-metal. Okay, so burn the magnesium ribbon, collect the ashes formed and dissolve them in water. Okay, so magnesium ribbon is burned and the ashes are collected and they are dissolved in water. Test the resultant solution with both blue and red litmus paper. Is the product form on burning magnesium acidic or basic? तो basically ये बोल रहा है magnesium ribbon को burn करो. तो when magnesium is burned, magnesium plus oxygen gives magnesium oxide. This we have seen in first chapter also. Burning of magnesium ribbon was the very first activity of this book. Okay. अब इसके बाद ये बोल रहा है कि magnesium oxide को litmus test करो. Okay. So when you will do litmus test, okay, magnesium oxide, it is a metallic oxide. Metallic oxides are basic in nature. Okay, so it will turn red litmus blue. Magnesium oxide will turn red litmus blue. That is, it is basic in nature. Okay, all metal oxides are basic in nature. Okay, next they are saying burn sulfur powder. Sulfur is burned, so sulfur plus oxygen gives sulfur dioxide. Okay, again we'll be doing the litmus test for it. Okay, so all non-metallic oxides are acidic in nature. Okay, so sulfur dioxide will turn blue litmus red. That means sulfur dioxide is acidic in nature. So all conclusion is that non-metallic oxides are acidic in nature. Okay. Then add some water and shake. Test this solution with this. Is the product form on burning sulfur acidic or basic? Can you write equations for this reaction? पहले तो ये बोल रहा है मैग्नीशियम को बर्न करो, मैग्नीशियम ऑक्साइड प्रोड्यूस हुआ, मैग्नीशियम ऑक्साइड का ब्लू और लिटमस टेस्ट करा तो इट टर्न्स रेड लिटमस ब्लू, दैट इज इट इज बेसिक इन नेचर. So we can conclude that metallic oxides are basic in nature. Then sulfur को burn किया, sulfur dioxide produce हुआ, it turns blue litmus red, that is sulfur dioxide is acidic in nature, or we can conclude that non-metallic oxides are acidic in nature. Okay. Now they are saying that this is all about this, and when you will dissolve these substances in water, the reaction is MgO plus water gives MgOH whole twice, magnesium hydroxide. Okay, so and sulfur dioxide, when it is dissolved in water, it is H2SO3. Okay, this is sulfurous acid and this is magnesium hydroxide. This is basic already and this is acidic. Okay, so this is all about activity 3.8. Conclusion is metal oxides are basic while non-metallic oxides are acidic. Okay, now this all physical properties we have seen. Now we are going to do some questions. Give an example of metal which is liquid at room temperature. What will be the answer? Example of metal. Yes.
Mercury.
Mercury, right? I think somebody else was also trying to say, but I was not able to hear. Okay.
Ma'am, I was only sir.
Okay, Nirviksha was saying. Okay, okay. Give an example of metal which can easily be cut with knife.
Potassium.
Yes, so here both the answers can come. Sodium, lithium and potassium. Sodium, any of this you can write. Okay. It is given actually in the, we have seen here, यहाँ पे हमने देखा था. I'll be using different colors so that lithium, sodium and potassium are so soft that they can be easily cut with knife. Okay. Here above only. So sodium, lithium and potassium. Then which is the best conductor of heat?
Silver.
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 Yes. And which is a metal which is poor conductor of heat?
Lead.
Lead.
Lead
Lead.
and
Lead.
mercury.
Mercury.
Okay, lead and mercury both you can write. लेड का सिंबलिक नोटेशन किसी को पता है?
Pb.
B.
ओके, एंड मरकरी का?
And
Hg. Okay, Hg is mercury. Okay. Explain the meaning of malleable and ductile. Anybody knows the meaning?
ma'am, yes, sir.
Yes.
Ma'am, turning the metal into thin sheet is known as malleable, and ductile means that the metal can be converted into thin wire.
Okay, yes, correct. Okay. So this is all about physical properties. Okay. So everybody do a quick revision of what we have done today. Just go through your book, and this meeting is going to end. So let us reconnect, then we will discuss further. Okay. So I am ending this meeting. Let us reconnect. And after reconnecting, everybody should revise what we have done today, because I am going to ask questions from this.